Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I am back guys with another Super Bowl menu item. This is a meatball sub, homemade meatball sub. This doesn't take long to put together at all, and I guarantee you, you and your guests are going to absolutely love it. So let's jump into this video and I'm going to show you exactly how I get it done. Okay guys, here's everything I'm going to be using for this. I have some 80/20 ground beef right here. This is 2 pounds. I'm only going to be using 1 pound of it. Then I have 1 egg, 1 medium onion, and I have my favorite marinara sauce, Bertolli's. And I have my Uncle Steve shake, the spicy herb. This is some Italian seasoning, some Cajun seasoning, and I have some garlic powder, some black pepper, and I have my favorite cheese, my provolone cheese. And this is actually the incorrect roll I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using these rolls for something else, but you'll see in the video the correct rolls that I have for this. Alrighty guys, so I went on ahead and got my onions diced really small. Now I'm just coming in and adding my 1 egg to it. And once I get that in, I'm going to start adding my seasonings. I'm going to get this black pepper in. I don't want to use too much of this black pepper because I'm using a Cajun seasoning also, and that has a little spice to it. And just adding my Uncle Steve shake. And this is the Italian seasoning. And guys, you could add Italian sausage to this also if you would like. Now I'm adding my Cajun seasoning. And my garlic powder. Alright, then I'm just going to come in and just give this a mix. Just to get all of this combined. Now you could use as much or as little seasoning as you would like. Or use your favorite seasoning. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using. So I'm just going to get this combined and then I'm going to come back and add a little flour to it. Alright, let's add a little flour to this. That's going to help hold this together. You could use breadcrumbs if you would like. But I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons of flour in here. This is old school, guys. This is the way I saw my mom do it. Never saw my mom using breadcrumbs. So I'm just cooking the way my mom cooked. Alright, so once I get that in, mixed in, then I'm going to come and I'm going to start forming my balls. I just have a ice cream scoop here, a cookie scoop, whatever you want to call it. That's just going to make sure that I get the same uniform sizes. Alright, so just get some of that out and then just roll it around, making your ball. You can make these as big or as little as you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and just get all of these rolled out, and then I will be back when it's time to brown it off. Okay guys, so this is how my meatballs look right here. I got 9 pretty big meatballs out of this. If I was using a much smaller scoop, I could easily get about anywhere from 12 to 15. But I wanted nice big meatballs, so I'm just going to come in with a little bit of olive oil. Alright, then I'm going to come in and start adding my meatballs to this. The pan could have been a little bit hotter, but we'll get it together. And I'm not going to cook these until they're completely done. I just want to kind of brown them off a little bit, and they'll finish cooking inside of the sauce. Alright, so I'm gonna get all of that in. Let these cook for about 2 minutes on one side. Then I'll come back and give them a turn. Alright, guys, I am back. We are gonna give these a turn. I don't want them to get too dark. See, they have just a nice brown color on them. So I'm gonna get all of these flipped over. Let them brown for another 2 minutes on the other side. And then I'm gonna get these out and add my sauce to it. Alright, so these are ready to get out of here now. And don't be like me, guys. I should have been using my tongs from the very start. And you'd think I would go and get the tongs, but I ended up grabbing the fork. I'm just used to cooking with whatever's near me, guys. That's all. I'm not so big on like tongs and rubber spatulas and all of that stuff. I just cook with whatever's next to me. Alright, so I'm gonna get all of this out. And then I discarded some of that olive oil. Now I'm just adding my marinara sauce here. And I used just about the entire jar. And what I did is just came in with my having a brain cramp, my Italian seasoning. I'm just going to add some of that to this, and I'm going to add a little bit of sugar because you know I need to cut that acidity of that tomato. So I'm just going to come in, add about a teaspoon and a half of sugar. You don't have to, but it's just something that I always do. And I'm going to give this a good mix, and I'm going to let this come to a little simmer, and then I'll add my meatballs back to it. Alright guys, you can see this is slowly coming to a little simmer now. So let's get our meatballs back down inside of this sauce. And once we get all of this in, I'm just going to cover it and let it kind of simmer for about 15 minutes or so. And that's going to give my meatballs a chance to fully cook. And once we do that, then we could go on to assembling a sandwich or a sub rather. Alright, so our meatballs have been simmering for about 15 minutes. And this is ready. Just going to cut one, and you can see how tender it is. How easily my fork just goes through it. So I know that these are going to be some nice tender meatballs on our sub. So I'm going to get this off the heat, and we're going to start assembling this sub. Okay guys, so these right here are the rolls that I should have had in the opening. I had my little sweet Hawaiian hoagie rolls that I'm going to be using for something different. But these right here are my big hoagie rolls, and this is what you want right here. And I'm going to have the exact name brand that I like. I'll have all of that in the description of the video. But to put these together, you just want to come get some of your sauce, put it down on the bottom here, as little or as much as you would like. Then I'm going to come and just start adding my meatballs. And this will hold 3 meatballs, 3 of these large meatballs, I should say. So tender they fall apart. Alright, then I'm going to come and get some more of the sauce and put it over the top. Alright, and after I get that over the top, then I'm going to come in and add my cheese to the top of it. Now you could use shredded cheese. You could use any cheese that you would like. I just happen to really love provolone cheese. So that's my cheese of choice for these. And I'm just going to get 2 slices down on the top of this. Alright, and once I do that, then I'm just going to come in with the Italian seasoning and just put a little bit more across the top of this. And that's just going to add a little color to the top of it. And I'm going to make the rest of these guys and get them in the oven, 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. Alright, I am back. And meatball subs are out of the oven. And they look absolutely beautiful. You can see how that cheese has melted down really good. And the bread had a little crispiness to it. So all I'm going to do is take my thumbnails and my videos, and I am coming back and I am going to give this a taste test for you guys. All right, guys. Gonna give this a quick taste test. This is my nice meatball sub. Now, if you guys want a Super Bowl Sunday, you could actually just cut it into sections like this, and that'll serve more people. But for me, I want a whole one. And this is still hot. Still hot. But let's go in. That meatball is so tender, so flavorful. Just the slightest heat from that Cajun seasoning, but that is so good. I gotta get one more bite. All right, guys. Alrighty, guys. These meatball subs were delicious. I had one for my dinner. Mom had one for her lunch. And I have one more left over that's going to be for my dinner tonight. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe if you are new, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, Cooking and Chilling with Kenny. And until next time, guys, peace.